You're listening to the Podcast Detroit Network. Visit www.podcastdetroit.com for more information.
There is so much wrestling for us to take in within these last 7 fucking days, including last Sunday all the way till this Sunday. Money in the Bank finished. Left a lot of bad taste in people's mouth, may have fixed itself with Raw and SmackDown. Then, coming up this weekend, AEW is doing their first ever event, Double or Nothing, in Las Vegas. The night before and night after, StarCast events will be having StarCast 2 in Vegas as well. We will get into all of that and more this week as we...
Are you ready? No! I said, are you ready?
You just made the list! Oh, I knew he was going to do that. I just knew he was going to do that. He don't need Janetti. You don't know what hard times are, Daddy.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass. It's the man with the rock is cooking. Bulletproof for life, good bout, and good night.
They ain't got the answers. I change the questions.
Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to the most inappropriate pro wrestling show in the motherfucking world. You're listening to your weekly dose of Wednesday Night Wrong. We are Breaking Down the Ring and your ring crew.
Snick. I thought I was going to say Smitty. Z.
And I'm Smith.
Whole effing Joe.
And me, the almighty one himself, Mikey, your current, and hopefully still, ring crew champion after the Double or Nothing pay-per-view. Goddamn midget stripper, leave me alone.
We found her.
She was with Dolph Ziggler?
We found her over the weekend.
The midget stripper, AW 100 for J-Ray on YouTube. What's up? So check it out, man. We're doing a whole new streaming thing. Restream.io is what we're doing this on. It sends us to Facebook. It sends us to Periscope and Twitter, and it sends us to YouTube Live. Guys, this is our first foray into this. I'm really hoping it goes well for us. Obviously, we already have a couple viewers on everything. Few on Periscope, 1 on YouTube, 3 on Facebook. We're going to keep it going because what we're going to be talking about is Double or Nothing coming up this weekend. We're going to have Daniel from Pro Wrestling Scorecards calling in, talking about Season 4 rollout. They also will be at StarCast showing off their Double or Nothing Pro Wrestling Scorecard. So you can get that at StarCast. You go to the booth and... breaking news, you can also see one of your ring crew members at StarCast with the Pro Wrestling Scorecards crew. It happens to be fucking me.
Boo.
Everyone. You guys don't have to be that mad, man. Like, you guys could have come.
I'm happy for you.
You know what?
I
You are
even
the
made a
one who
post about it. I was trying to get you to go. So
That's, yeah, I mean, in all honesty, man, I will say that I am really excited that this was able to work out because by the time I found that I could go, it was fucking damn near brutal for me to get a flight. Like, these flights jumped up from where they were, which was, I want to say they were like $320. I was like, that's fucking nothing. Add a bag to it and everything back and forth. I mean, look.
you know, this is Memorial Day weekend, right?
Huh? Yeah, I know. But it doesn't change the fact that...
Did you ever think about driving?
I did. I really... and then we wouldn't have had a show today. And Daniel from Pro Wrestling Scorecards. What's up, Daniel?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Oh, but you still sound kind of sick, man. I'm doing well. Thank you for calling in. I was just telling the boys on how I came across how I'm going out to Vegas. I'm staying with you and your beautiful wife, Des. Jesse is going to allegedly meet me up for a beer at some point. And I think that Mario hates me because I'm going to try In-N-Out for the first fucking time in my life.
Yeah, he's not a fan.
Yeah, that's fine. He doesn't have to be a fan.
In-N-Out's not that great.
I'm going to tell you this right now. Never had it. I'll let you know when I decide it.
It's a novelty.
That's all right. It's something you do while you're on the West Coast.
Smitty, when have you been on the West Coast?
Well, actually, they have In-N-Out in Denver, so.
Okay, when did you go to Denver for?
I was living in Vail, Colorado for 6 months, and I had to take a road trip to Denver with my roommates at the
Ooh,
time.
that's a nice little trip. So Daniel, man, Money in the Bank was your rollout for season 4 for Pro Wrestling Scorecards. Everybody go to ProWrestlingScorecards.com or follow them on Twitter at PW Scorecards and get your own Pro Wrestling Scorecard for Double or Nothing. And if you don't want to print something out, but you're going to be in Vegas, you can go to the Pro Wrestling Scorecard booth at StarCast 2 and you can get a scorecard from myself and Daniel and the rest of the scorecard crew.
You better give them better scorecards than these, okay?
Yeah, I see your scorecard looks pretty good over there, buddy.
I printed one out today just so I could show it off on. That's my home printer, so calm down.
Oh, that's my home.
But the one that I have, I printed from here because there's black ink. So Daniel, man, what was the process for getting into StarCast, bro?
Well, I mean, basically it was just an application and a lot of waiting. And then, some money changed hands, and here we are.
Sounds like a bribe to me.
Here's some money. You should
So
let me
basically, it's like how everything else in life gets done.
Exactly.
So you got a booth. You're going to be there both days. Or is it all 3 days? Is there's StarCast stuff going on before?
It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right?
Yeah. So double or nothing is at 4:00. Your time, is it Pacific?
On Saturday, yeah. So the convention's Friday, Saturday, and then there's Sunday as well.
And it's going on 4 o'clock up until like what, 2 or 3, or is it going to
On Sunday till 6?
No, on Saturday before Double or Nothing.
They list the time as 4 o'clock, but also on the app it lists StarCast as being closed at 1:30. So it's unclear at this point.
Well, we'll find out when we get there. So you rolled out season 4 of Pro Wrestling Scorecards, brand new logo, new design to the scorecards for Money in the Bank. It is now your what, Z?
I was just thinking he can reinvent himself all he wants. He's still going to lose to us every season.
So you ran with this rollout, brand new website, ProWrestlingScorecards.com. Tell me, how did it go off for the rollout with the website and things like that, as well as the numbers for your Money in the Bank card?
Website rollout went good. I was a little worried because the way that the downloads work for the scorecards is we get a huge burst of downloads the second we post it, and then like a large burst right before the event starts. And I was concerned about the quantity of downloads and the server supporting it, but everything was fine there, so that's good. I feel like we're getting a little cleaner information around how many people are downloading since we went with the website, because on Twitter, when we were just posting the links to the scorecard, I think people were just clicking out of curiosity, and that was giving me a download count. But the extra step of going through the website, I don't think we're getting as many just, lookers. I think it's people intentionally going to get it. So Money in the Bank did fairly well. We had just short of 4,000 players, which for Money in the Bank, that's pretty on par with what we've done every year. So
nice, man.
Not bad.
Yeah, I mean, and that's I guess that's a good thing, because if it's on par with what you've done with the other years, but the other years had lookers where you were getting extra clicks, technically that means that you're jumping up.
Yeah, I feel that way. I mean, it's really hard to quantify, but I feel like we had a good one. The interaction on Twitter, the amount of engagements we had was significantly higher than last year, so there was a lot more interaction there. And we got nothing but positive feedback about the new design, with the exception of one thing, which is some heavy ink usage on the new layout. So we're going to revisit that.
You know what, man? I agree. Because, geez, dude, I didn't even think about that until you said it. Because I was just like, oh, it's just a normal fucking scorecard, because they're thick bars. I didn't even think about that. Because
Yeah.
I purchased fucking ink for my printer, and this one, I'm already out of black ink. But I think it's a problem with the ink cartridge more than anything else, because I bought the XL black. Like, I bought the Smitty, and it did exactly what it normally looks like it's going to do something, and then really doesn't really come through much.
Wow. you definitely should have let him finish, because I knew right where that was going.
It's all like, thank you.
Are you
Oh,
saying
goddamn
it's black and it doesn't work?
No, I'm saying it's Smitty.
Oh.
I'm black and all I do is fucking work.
No, he's black.
But
and
yet
it's just,
this is all that comes up on the paper.
right. It's just a huge letdown as time goes on.
That's it. I'm going home. Fuck you guys. I'm going home.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
So you're going to be at StarCast for all 3 days. We're going to be at the Double or Nothing event, and then there's the after party, the SCU later after party that I will try my damnedest to get a ticket to. And then there's, what is the other, Suburban Fight?
Yeah, we're doing Suburban Fight that night, and it's an interesting promotion. They fight without a ring, basically just on a concrete floor. It's very interesting to watch.
Whoa. So it's like Fight Club, but wrestling?
Yeah, more or less.
No shit.
Well, we're not supposed to be talking about it.
Yeah, but because it's wrestling, you're allowed to. It's not a rule there.
It's wrestling club, not Fight Club. Well, now we'll never know.
All right. So all 3 days, what are the plans for pro wrestling scorecards at StarCast 2?
All right, so a few things. I mean, obviously we'll be at the booth. We'll be handing out Double or Nothing scorecards, which I am currently in the process of printing. Which, to circle back to a previous thing we were talking about, I just redid the Double or Nothing scorecard to be more printer friendly. So that's the one we'll be handing out, which I'll post
He
a
didn't
little
want to
bit
waste
later
his
today.
fucking ink. Sorry, go ahead.
He bought the XL too. It didn't work, so he downscaled the fucking scorecard.
Continue,
I
Dan.
went through a $70 black laser jet cartridge in like 400 copies, so I had to tone it down.
Jeez. Yeah, I can see that.
So we'll be handing out the scorecard. We're going to be asking people to fill out the scorecard, take a photo of that, and share it with us on social media with a couple hashtags we'll have posted at the event. We are going to then score out all the cards that are submitted to us, which I'm hoping is a lot, but at the same time, I'm hoping it's not because it's going to take forever to score them. And then we're going to give out some prize packs to the top 3 players. So they're going to be blind prize packs because we're still working out deals with some vendors to get as much free shit in there as possible, but we'll be giving some stuff out.
All right, so if we happen to have like a correspondent at one of these events that wanted to fill out a scorecard from afar and possibly win one of these prize packs, is that legal?
You will not have a correspondent.
We are
there.
we actually put the contest, if you look at the bottom of the Double or Nothing scorecard,
I
we
can't
put the
see
contest
words.
on the posted card.
I got it.
So we're allowing everybody to fill out and submit to us. Our ultimate goal is as many people as possible sharing this with their social media as possible to try and expand our reach as much as possible. So it's open to people at StarCast or anybody else who downloads
Sweet.
it, fills it out, and sends us a copy and follows us at the same time.
Then I'll just have my correspondent collect.
I won't be there Sunday. I'm leaving early in the morning. For me to actually go, I'll be there. I'm landing tomorrow night, and then I'm doing StarCast on Friday, Saturday, and then doing Double or Nothing and all that stuff. And then I'm hitting the airport at fucking 6:30 in the fucking morning on Sunday.
Right after Suburban Fight.
Yeah, basically fucking right after the fucking other. It's gonna be fucking nuts, but it's the only way I could actually go. You know, it sucked because
Why don't you want to stick around a little bit longer on Sunday? You can't.
I do, but for a flight on Monday added an extra $150.
What about just like
That's
Added,
a
that's
later?
fucking dumb.
What about a later flight on Sunday?
everything?
Everything was booked.
Yeah, the only way I could get it at the price I wanted, the price that was good enough for me
Right
to be able
on.
to go, was that. Now, if someone wants to donate some money and let me leave on Monday, that'd be fine too. So.
Crickets.
Because I'll be very honest, I switched the flight stuff. I mean, I put it on the insurance to where I could switch the flight stuff. So if something came up, I could go, okay, I can't leave till tomorrow. Is that fine? And it won't cost me any money to change it other than the difference in the price ticket.
That's cool.
But that could also change and go low enough to where I can say, you know what, $100, fuck it. Let's see what it does. So all of the Double or Nothing stuff, all of the StarCast stuff, Double or Nothing, tell them where they can go to get a scorecard if they're not able to be at StarCast but still want to participate on social media.
Well, you can get it from ProWrestlingScorecards.com. It'll be on all of our social channels. If you're in Vegas and for whatever reason not going to StarCast, you can pick it up from Fight Shop. That's pretty much it.
So Pro Wrestling Scorecards.
The way this is going to work for the prize packs is because we're going to have to spend time scoring so many cards, we're actually going to contact the winners via social media a couple days later and then mail out the prize things. We're trying to make it convenient for people that are not staying the whole time at StarCast, like yourself, and for people that are going to play that are not obviously here. So.
Awesome.
So if I win, who pays the shipping?
Oh my God, we do.
So is this now? Obviously, has global reach. There's going to be people in China, Japan, the UK, Australia, and stuff. Is the contest just limited to the United States and possibly Canada, just for the shipping rates?
We'll open it to everybody. I'll eat the shipping cost if I have to.
Daniel's a man of fucking action, boys. Like he is just like he cares about everyone that loves him, and I love that about him. Yay.
Maybe I had that wrong in the chat, guys.
But no, it's honestly why we have had this. We've been going through each other for so long. It's just there's so much passion and everything in what we're doing for the wrestling community. Are you okay over there, Smitty?
He's way too sober for this.
Yeah. I've been sober for the last 6 days now.
Sorry to hear that. So
No wonder why he's over here shaking and convulsing.
Kobe.
I didn't rape anybody.
That we know of.
That didn't work. Don't you know your physics?
So yeah, there's a reason that we have had interaction with each other for so long. Because there's between you guys over the Pro Wrestling Scorecards, there's just a passion for this, and that's awesome. So everybody, go to ProWrestlingScorecards.com. Do it now. Download your own Double or Nothing scorecard. Fill it out. Take a picture of it. Use the hashtags on the bottom of the thing. It says it. The hashtags are, StarCast, of course, and then AEW Don before the event. And they also have to tag you at PW Scorecards on Twitter. Can they do that on Instagram as well, Daniel?
Yep, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I only need to do one. I prefer they do them all, but
Show them some love. Daniel, I know you're saving your voice and everything, so I just want to say thank you so much for calling in. Is there an update on what it looks like for your download so far for this Double or Nothing scorecard, or no?
My live stats have not updated yet, so I don't know. So
nice.
I'm expecting the number to be a little diluted today. I don't know if you guys noticed, but we also posted a third version of the scorecard this time around. We posted one that you can directly type into in Adobe Acrobat.
Oh, really?
Not through annotating, but literally there's text boxes on there to type into. Hopefully make it easier for people to do it digitally.
Is that the editable? Oh, I see it now. Editable PDF. I see it.
They've got edible scorecards.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
There's PWS has PWS has everything,
and there's no shipping cost.
So moving on up. If you go to ProWrestlingScorecards.com, first thing that you see pop up is under the banner is the Double or Nothing scorecard. You click that Double or Nothing, and then it takes you straight to the page where you can download a PDF, PNG file, which is obviously a photo, or you can download the editable PDF file to where you can fill it out on your computer, and again, then you can screenshot that right on a tablet or something like that, and then post that to your Twitter, your social media. Use the hashtag StarCast, hashtag AEWDON, and tag at PW Scorecards, and you'll be entered into this wonderful contest no matter where you are, and you can win one of 3 prize packs.
I love a good editable PDF, I got to say.
Right.
I mean, I work in an office, so like in my dork side, it's like, man, I wish fuckers would do that more often.
I'm not even a dork, and I wish fuckers would do that more often.
Me too. All right, so Daniel, man, thank you so much for calling in, brother. I can't wait to finally see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, looking forward to it, man.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you later.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Later, guys.
And again, everybody, you can go to ProWrestlingScorecards.com, get your own Pro Wrestling Scorecard for AEW's Double or Nothing. And again, if you put that on any of your social media and you tag at PW Scorecards with the hashtag StarCast and hashtag AEWDON, you will be entered to win the contest. Top three scores going on. Let's talk a little Money in the Bank, boys. We did our watch party over at the Buffalo Wild Wings in downtown Detroit. We were out there, and quite a few people. Unfortunately, we kind of expected what was going to happen. Game of Thrones series finale and Motor City Comic Con. Wasn't a hugest turnout, but again, we had people there. We had a couple tables filled up, about
quarter of the bar.
About a quarter, the quarter of the bar. So it was a decent turnout for this, and people spent money, and that was good. That's what we wanted. Every pay-per-view we will be watching at the Buffalo Wild Wings for just a watch party. We will have a huge blowout party. The next one is for SummerSlam that we will be doing. And by the way, when I say every pay-per-view, I mean none of the Saudi ones. These are the Sunday ones. The WWE Sunday pay-per-views.
Yeah, not the network exclusives.
Saudi ones aren't really pay-per-views. They're just like house shows with
No,
big names in
this
the
one is going to be better than or equal to WrestleMania.
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
That's
if
about
keep
it
pushing.
all the time.
better than or equal to.
Right. So let's talk about the last WWE pay-per-view. Let's talk about Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank ended with a huge shock ending that in the bar, in B-dubs we were watching, and all over social media reverberated the biggest what the fuck in wrestling in a long time. Then Monday Night Raw and SmackDown happened, and Brock comes out, teases what he's going to do with Paul Heyman. They say they're going to come out later that night because Kofi and Seth aren't done. Walk around the ring, Brock Lesnar stalking his prey. And same thing on Tuesday. Paul Heyman comes out with that briefcase after Kofi's match. And Kofi's just ready before Kofi gets beaten down by a return. Smitty, I'm going to start with you because I know you were sitting right next to me when everything happened. Brock comes back. You're just as pissed as I am. Every fucking internet, you're like ready to fucking done. Z is like, fuck, I'm done with WWE. Raw and SmackDown happened. Did you get out of the fuck this and to let's see what happens now? Or I'm liking the way this is at least looking for the start?
I'm still in the fuck this mode to a certain degree, but I still want to see how they pan this out. There was a suggestion I heard that I was reading. They said maybe when he tries to cash in, the whole entire locker room stops him and just he fails to be in the whole locker room jumping him or something like that. It's like that's a good scenario I can see happening. Like, but if he actually cashes in that briefcase and takes the title, it's once again I feel like we're going back to square one to what people were pissed off for the last 2-3 years for now.
What do you think, Z?
I'm also still like, fuck this. But, I mean, they're at least doing something with it. And he's actually going to be... You're going to see him or Heyman on every show from here until he cashes in.
That's not true.
You'll see Heyman. You ain't going to see Brock.
That's not
But
true either.
you'll get one or the other.
I don't believe either of that.
Okay. What are you thinking, Joe?
Well, just because he has the Money in the Bank briefcase doesn't mean he has to make every Raw. That doesn't
But he
mean
doesn't
that.
have to. Heyman can do one and he can do
Why
the
does
other.
that mean that either of them have to?
Just saying. It'd keep things interesting, knowing that Brock could cash in at any time.
Just because he's holding that briefcase, to me that doesn't mean anything that Paul or Brock are going to be at every Raw.
It does nothing for anybody in this
But
situation.
if they are, does it change your opinion?
No, dude, Brock is never going to work that type of schedule ever. Period.
Okay.
I don't think he's going to have the suitcase
So
very
it's
long
like I
anyway.
can't even put my mind into that because I know he's not going to be on every Raw, nor is Paul. Just them having the Money in the Bank's not going to change that. And that's not a negative or a positive thing. I'm just saying that's not going to make them be on Raw every week is all I'm saying.
Do you think that in any way, shape, or form, with him officially retiring from UFC now completely, that this will even remotely increase the schedule? I'm not saying everyone. I agree with that. I don't think he's gonna
make him care a little more, show up a little more.
Look. I'm not even gonna say care a little more because look,
when he's there, he works hard.
Right, his fucking matches are always good. You can't say like the last bad
Let's
Dean
say,
Ambrose.
be a little bit more dedicated. Let's say.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or
That's a
work
good.
it more dates into the schedule.
I honestly don't know. That's a very good question. I was kind of wondering the same thing, but what I do know.
Well, I'm asking what your opinion, what you think is going to. I want to know what you know, and what you're hoping, what you're thinking, your opinion on is Brock coming back-ish.
I think you may see a slight increase in his appearances, but nothing major. And whether or not he's still active with UFC or retired, he's never going to be a full-time wrestler ever again.
But they're saying that he just wants to work until WrestleMania 36 and then retire. So you're right. We may not see him on every SmackDown or Raw, but we will see him a lot since he has the briefcase because they're just going to book the shit out of him from now until next year's WrestleMania, and then he's going to retire and not do shit. So he might want to work the schedule, or just like he did last year, like he works the upfront part and does appearance after appearance after appearance, and then he's gone for 6 months.
Nick, what are you hoping to see? Do you want him to cash this in quick? Do you want him to hold on to this for a while?
I think it'd be interesting to see him cash it in quick, and I think he will. He's going to come out and make him and Paul next week are supposed to be coming out and tell the world about what we're going to do, and I don't think he's going to hold it very long. I've seen what also kind of feeds into that. I saw an article, I can't remember what, I think it was like CBS or something. Mm-hmm. And they had showed images from Saudi Arabia, like before WWE even put them out, and there was a few matches, and that was one of them was Seth and Brock. So I feel like that could kind of play into it because a couple of them were correct. There was one or two that the match wasn't right, but it's,
Does he have to cash in to get a match with Seth, though?
No.
It's Brock Lesnar. He wasn't even in a Money in the Bank match and won.
And I think Saudi Arabia is paying
match.
for it.
That's another thing.
They're going to pay for it, so they want to see something big like that,
He was in the Money in the Bank match.
He was not an official competitor in that match.
He was when there was Sami Zayn was out of it. All of us they needed
But
somebody
why
else.
does
Then that's the case. James Ellsworth should still have that women's Money in the Bank case.
No.
Because the women had to win it.
I get that. There's some backstage negotiations. Paul and Vince, kayfabe. I get that.
Yeah.
But why doesn't Brock have to come out in the beginning of the match like everyone else? Why does he get privilege? Why does he just get to pop up like that?
Why did Becky get to take the number 30 spot when Lana couldn't come in for the Royal Rumble?
That didn't make sense to me either.
Yeah, I'll say that pissed me off too.
But I mean that's it, but so my point is that's what they wrote the story for. I look, we can argue all day that it doesn't make sense, and sure it doesn't, but it's no different than fucking X-Pac holding onto the fucking turnbuckle the entire Royal Rumble and not really doing anything, or Zelina Vega during the Women's Royal Rumble hiding under the fucking ring for the majority of the time.
At least they already entered the match before they did that.
I understand that, but they're still not competing at any point. You know what I'm saying? All they're doing is coming in and then
Finding
what year was that?
Finding
that
a
Roman
loophole,
won and he spent a grand total of like 10 minutes in the ring.
Finding a loophole in the system is different than like not competing at all until like not even showing up until the very end.
If it's a loophole, it's a loophole.
What loophole
To me,
did
that's
Brock
not
use?
that's not a loophole. That's just
not
like
a loophole.
You're not allowed to do you can't. Like if there's a one-on-one match, it's not going to be like one guy standing out there for 10 minutes and the next guy coming out 10 minutes later. I mean, the same thing with a triple threat.
But it's also not like Sammy was out of that match before midway through the pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you could say all you want, but it's not like they were like and a surprise entrant. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do that. It was no one was even announced as another entrant.
Technically, they knew that he was injured before the match started, so there's no reason for Brock to have to enter late.
They did a good job because we always talk about how they never like catch us with their swerve, and didn't see that one coming at all.
No one did.
Wasn't happy about it, but I still didn't see it coming. So they did a good job on that.
I feel better about it after watching Raw. I still don't like it, like you guys all.
Right.
It still pisses me off, but I'm now just like you guys. I'm like, all right, what the fuck are they gonna do now?
I'll be honest, man. My personal opinion on this, I fucking hated it when it happened. Smitty was sitting right next to me. We were both going, "What the fuck is this shit?" After watching Raw and SmackDown, where Heyman comes out, even without Brock, I don't want this case cashed in soon. I don't. And the reason I don't want it cashed in soon because I love the idea of Brock stalking his prey. It's the first time that you saw the people who have the titles go for the person who has the Money in the Bank briefcase. They didn't do that for Braun. Braun comes out and he goes, "Oh, don't worry about it. I'm not going to fucking cash in. I'll tell you when I'm cashing in." You know? And that was last year. Every other time, somebody came and just showed up. They went out to the fucking ring when Brock was talking about how much you fucking worry about me. You need to, Paul Heyman's like, you got to worry about Brock. He's a fucking assassin. He can show up at any time, just stalk his prey. Both those champions went out and said, "Fight me now. Fight me now. Cash that in right now. Fight me now." Seth Rollins, I beat you once. I could beat you again. You're nothing. Kofi, I need to face you. I need to beat you to give more legitimacy to my title reign. That's what it was being said. That was all the stuff that was going on. You know, it's the first time that you have seen the champions go after the Money in the Bank winner rather than the Money in the Bank winner just wait in the wings. This is a genius idea if they let it go for a while. Because one, what's going to happen? If Brock holds on to this Money in the Bank briefcase, he doesn't have a championship belt on him. So you don't have a fucking part-time champion. That Money in the... I agree with Joe. He doesn't have to be on every Raw or every SmackDown. Heyman doesn't have to show up on every SmackDown or every Raw. Brock, I would love to see Brock once every 3 weeks, maybe once every other pay-per-view. You know, that's more than he fucking did before. You know, that's just, "Hi, don't forget about me." You know, it's this. I think is a very, very.
I think if you see Brock too often every week, it'll devalue him.
Agreed, and that's why I'm saying once every 3 weeks for shows, once every other pay-per-view.
I would agree with you 100 on that.
I would love if that's his schedule, and then even if he gets the title and holds it until Mania, if that's still his schedule, I'm all right with that. Because then your championship is on TV more often rather than once or twice every 4 months. Then you're getting that title defended once every, if it's every other pay-per-view, it's once every 2 months, but you're seeing him 3 or 4 times on television. So he's still an active part of the roster. You know, he's not just holding a title hostage, coming back when he feels like it. I don't even need fucking Brock on fucking house shows, man. I really don't. Brock is a huge name.
But isn't there technically a 30-day clause to defend every title?
I
know. I like that.
That's a made-up rule that sometimes they institute and other times they just negate it. They've been doing that.
Only when you want to relinquish a title.
I'll worry about rules when they apply to everything. When you can get pinned when your shoulders are off the mat.
Oh, bad officiating.
You know,
I think that was one of our biggest things we said about Money in the Bank was bad officiating.
So with Brock Lesnar coming back, I just feel like this is a good thing for WWE right now, because I mean this is the highest ratings they've gotten in weeks on this previous Monday Night Raw.
First time in how many weeks they've been over 2 million?
No, they've always been over 2 million.
I thought they were under 2 million for a couple weeks.
Third hour.
Okay.
But not overall. This is the first time they've been over 2.5 in I think it was 5
I guess
weeks.
now that I think about it, though, the Money in the Bank does make sense to be on Brock because now he's going to show up whenever he wants, and doesn't matter what the storyline is. There's a reason for it.
Yeah,
It makes sense.
and it's just it's a good thing. Now, granted, would I have loved to see a young superstar get this and be, you know, propelled into the spotlight? Sure, I would have preferred that easily, but to keep Brock around and not give him your title and not show up when he wants, and him doing something and it meaningful and making a statement and an impact every time he's there, I'm 100% okay with him being the Money in the Bank title holder, briefcase holder, because then other people can get their fucking matches going like crazy, like you saw with Usos and Revival, like you saw with Ali and Andrade. You know, these are guys who may have not, you know, the tag, obviously they don't have the tag championships, and obviously Ali and Andrade didn't win, but now you're not worrying about, they're allowed to go out there and just have matches and good matches and keep the product fresh and good while you sit back going, wonder if Brock's going to show this week. Because now it's no longer, Jesus fucking Christ, I wonder if we're actually going to see our goddamn Universal Champion. Now it's, man, I wonder if we see Brock this week. If, you know, if he just shows up to scare the shit out. It's compelling television.
In other words, it's the same old shit with a different concept still.
What are you talking about?
It's the same old shit like, oh, is Brock going to show up with the case? Oh, is Brock going to show up with the title? Same shit, different concept.
No, it's not.
No, it's a
Before
completely
it was a
different
title
concept.
that I never got to see. This time it's just a briefcase, and he has the right to come and go as he pleases. Kayfabe wise.
Yeah.
It's like, same shit, different
That's
concept.
not the same.
The schedule is still.
He's not.
It's like you come and go as you like. He's always come and go as he please. Same shit, right?
Yeah, but now he's allowed to. Like before, he wasn't. He had the title. Growing up watching wrestling, the one thing you saw on TV every time was the champion. I mean, that's what made a lot of people like fall in love with wrestling. You see this wrestling champion, you watch wrestling. Now it all trickle down effect. If your champion's not there, what am I watching for? Now, if it's just a briefcase that isn't there, what does it matter?
My issue is still like, okay. My issue is like, say the same, it's like same. This is different. You're right. It's a different concept between the title and the Money in the Bank briefcase. But like the booking of Brock is not going to change. I really feel like the booking of Brock is not going to change.
So they give him the briefcase and just book him the same way.
I disagree with the booking of Brock being the same thing, because the booking of Brock before is once every 4 months with a 2 Raw build up the month before that pay-per-view that he's going to show up on. He's your big. He would show up to big 4, maybe 5.
And you know why they booking him right now? Because that Saudi Arabia show's coming up in about 2 weeks, and they need to have him on TV to build that.
So what does this do to how you feel about the situation if he just comes out next week and says that he's cashing in Saudi Arabia?
If he gets the title, it changes me. It changes it because I don't want it.
Big time.
Well, the whole thing is, okay. If he gets the title and does the once every 2-3 weeks show up and defend it every other pay-per-view, I'm okay with it, ish. But not this. Even at the same time, this early as it would be annoying. You know, I want him to hold this briefcase until maybe the first fucking show on Fox. You know,
That could be a big draw.
yeah.
That is the rumor.
To me, this if it's not going to lead into something for Saudi Arabia, to me, this is their way of getting him to SmackDown for Fox.
You also have to remember
He'll go after if it's not leading to the Saudi Arabia thing. He'll go after the SmackDown champ at some point.
Yeah,
But there's also another Saudi show before the premiere on Fox. There's another Saudi show in September. The premiere in Fox is until October. So you could still technically have him lose it in Saudi Arabia. Or win it.
There's 2 Saudi shows. Like, I think we're not gonna see Brock outside of those Saudi shows in SummerSlam for the most part.
You don't think he'll be at SummerSlam?
No, I say we're not going to really see Brock outside the build to these Saudi shows and the build for SummerSlam.
Do you ever want to see him in a fucking match other than at a pay-per-view? Like in a match on Raw?
Yeah,
Like if we're going to see him?
To an extent, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to
just
see him
because
against some jobber,
not like
but-
every week, but just because we haven't
Right.
seen it in so long, it'd be like, oh man. I mean,
Even
if it was
once
hyped up for
between-
a week or two, like, oh,
Yeah.
Brock's wrestling on Raw this week. You know, like,
People would actually watch the third
yeah,
round.
that would
Yeah.
probably boost ratings. I'd imagine
And you also have to remember,
if it was done like not overdone.
Yeah.
you have to remember that Brock Lesnar, before this current run, was still trying to do UFC stuff. So obviously he would work into the contract, I'm going to work a real limited amount of dates just because I don't want to get injured.
And
with
he was
everything.
and he was playing both sides against each other, negotiating wise with his contracts. Now he can't do that anymore. Now he has to show some kind of loyalty and dedication, or else
He looked
has
like
to
he
show
was having
some
fun.
kind. He has to show some kind of allegiance, or else just leave the game.
Yeah, but he looked this week like he was having more fun out there than he's had the entire time since he's been
Maybe
back.
it's a little less. Maybe he can because he's not as worried about the business aspect. He's not worried about playing both sides against each other. He knows he's got the one place. He's not kind of battling back and forth between the two.
And he already knows what his schedule is.
He's got one place. He knows what his. So maybe he is a little more comfortable. Maybe he is having a little more fun.
Yeah, but you could just see it on his face.
He was ecstatic to be on top of that ladder, man.
Oh, when he was boomboxing
when he was coming out
with the briefcase.
I kind of like that.
I actually thought that was really kind of entertaining. Yeah. It's like a Brock showing some personality for a change. I like it.
And that's why I'm thinking that this is different because, like you said, I'm not going to say he was playing both sides against each other for negotiation.
Oh, he for
sure was like, look, I'm doing this kind of draw number, so you should pay me this.
No, I believe he absolutely, and he would be stupid not to.
Yeah, I would say he'd be dumb not to.
He absolutely was.
Well, I mean, see, when I hear playing against each other, it's like, oh, do you want me? You owe me this. You have to give me this much. Oh, do you want me? You have to give me this much.
Well, no,
more.
but like
I'm thinking,
he said he can go to Vince like, hey, I got, I got opportunities and deals on the table here with Dana White, so I'm gonna need a significant chunk of change from you for you to get my attention, and he can go vice versa to say the same thing to Dana White about Vince.
See, I also don't agree with that because I think all he would have to do is go to Vince and say, hey, I want to do some things in UFC. I just want to work less dates here. This is the money I want, and you have to let me go to these UFC ones. And then Vince would be like, okay, to keep you. I
still disagree. I think he's playing both sides, which he should have been doing. I would have, if I was him, I'd do the same thing.
So I think the difference here now is he's not attached to UFC at all. He is not going to fight in UFC. He's officially retired from UFC. He is now a WWE
Which,
guy.
as a wrestling fan, that makes me happy.
Yeah. And that's why I think that he'll be willing to work more dates for WWE.
Like, now I can look at Brock and, like, feel more like look, this guy's a wrestler now.
Right. And he fucking is in this company, and I don't have to worry about him disappearing and wondering what the fuck's going to go on.
Before, like, kind of like, he's just a guy playing the role of a wrestler. Now, like, this is his only job. He's a wrestler, Yeah. And that's why I think this time, this go around, everything with Brock Lesnar it's going to be 100% better.
I hope you're right. I do.
Yeah, forever the optimist he is.
Yeah.
And for the most part, I'm all right with it. And most things pan out.
I still don't know how I feel about him having the Money in the Bank briefcase, but I'm definitely all right with him being there.
Right. And I'm okay with the Money in the Bank briefcase because it's adds a dynamic to that you never had on any fucking briefcase holder. Every other briefcase holder was there all the time. You knew they were at the show. This one you don't fucking know. It literally adds a holy shit aspect
At
to
first I was thinking, because obviously I didn't watch it live, and I was completely spoiled before I could see. Anyway.
So is everyone.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyone who
biggest
didn't
fucking
watch
thing
it
on social
live
media.
definitely got spoiled on that.
Yeah.
But at first I was thinking, man, the past 2 years in a row, they gave it to like the two guys that like absolutely need it the least. Like, why would Braun Strowman need the first year? Yeah, but now, like, thinking about it more, there's a lot more, as you've already stated, there's a lot more they can do with Brock with the Money in the Bank than they could have done with Braun. There's a lot more. So,
And that's a good thing.
yeah.
Because it adds more intrigue, it adds more excitement. And that's what you want because, for fuck's sake, your show's been missing intrigue and excitement for fucking months.
That's why they changed the third hour. It's going back to being Raw again.
Yeah, it's all black background and
But
24/7
you can't say
championships.
war. They couldn't tell you that it was Raw is
Wait a
war
minute.
back then.
You can't use hardcore on PG television.
Raw is Viking.
Why can they call Ember Moon the war goddess and they can't use War Raiders?
That's because War Raiders is their actual name, whereas that's just a moniker, which sounds dumb, but that's probably their thought process.
That's ridiculous.
Also, they might have changed their name because they call her the War Princess.
Goddess.
War
Goddess, whatever.
Which is even weirder because they call Alexa Bliss
Bliss
the
the
goddess.
goddess, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Or
not
maybe
a goddess
she's
of war.
Is it maybe it's the Empress of War or something like that? But they do use war when they speak about Ember Moon.
So let's move on from Brock Lesnar and the Money in the Bank, men's Money in the Bank match to the women's Money in the Bank.
Hold on. Can we talk about Finn's bump before we move off?
Jeez.
the men's Money in the Bank?
Bump.
Yeah, dude, that was brutal.
Fucking everyone had one of those.
Dude, no.
No, like,
the
but
power
he,
bomb
like,
from Andrade.
That sunset, sunset.
The ladder looked like it dropped out too soon. So then here's Finn.
Well, yeah, the ladder they were standing on
Then it
pushed back.
shots him back up, lands on it again.
It
and
launched him.
And then I give Finn Balor a lot of credit because taking a choke slam on the ladder like that, there's no like easy way to do that.
Who was it that got thrown
You
on
fuck
top
that
of him,
up,
too?
and that would fuck you up
Dude,
for real.
dude.
Like Balor got him. Balor got hit by Andrade, got hit by McIntyre,
then
he
Corbin
hit by
got him.
Corbin, and all these guys got. He took ladder bumps from all these guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And-
Ali goes through the table as well.
Yep.
Ricochet went over the through. Into
That
the
ladder
ta-
was pre-cut, but still.
Yeah, still ran through. I mean,
Either way.
you're landing
No,
hard.
Yeah,
Yeah, there was a lot of sick fucking bumps from the guys that.
the younger guys.
I mean, up
too,
until Brock came
besides
out, that was a
Balor.
great match.
Dude, as critical as I've been of WWE lately, that match was fun as hell to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so I
think
said in
both
the
money
chat,
matches
I
were
was
I mean,
thoroughly
that had
entertained.
some holy shit. And I haven't like been like watching WWE in a long time where I've been like, holy shit, you know, like
Right.
watching that match. I totally was. I was very entertained. I was like, man, this is actually fucking awesome. And I can't remember the last time I said that about a WWE match. It was, I mean,
I thought both were.
And I
were
didn't-
good.
being spoiled on it, so it wasn't a shocker to me. I didn't hate the ending as much as the rest of the world.
Probably because it wasn't such a huge.
It wasn't a
fuck?
shock.
Yeah,
It wasn't a what the fuck moment to me. And so I could kind of, and plus, I'm the kind of guy that kind of like gets a kick out of like when something pisses a shitload of people off. That kind of makes me it makes me happy.
And at the same time, like Z said, it was complete fucking shock value. Whether you were angry or because there were some people that liked it. I'm not going to say the overwhelming majority didn't, but there were people that liked it. But it's a surprise to anyone, whether you're watching that and hating it or watching it and loving it.
We didn't even do our little picks for Money in the Bank to see who got our briefcase, and good because none of us would have had him.
Oh yeah, that's
None,
right.
not a single fucking person.
We would have had to do something different.
Orlando would have it.
He would have picked gold. All right, so moving on, let's go to the women's Money in the Bank briefcase match, where the winner was Bayley, who then, after the second match that Becky Lynch had with Charlotte Flair, Charlotte got the win after a woman's right from Lacey Evans interfered. Charlotte rolled her up. They started beating up on Becky Lynch. Bayley comes out, helps Becky. Charlotte goes for a spear. Bayley dodges it. Charlotte gets knocked out for the first time in her life from missing a spear for 50 seconds, to where Bayley takes the time to think about it, maybe hand it, cash it in, get it called for, drag Charlotte, hit an elbow drop, hit her for the 3 count, 1, 2, 3. Bayley is your new SmackDown Women's Champion, and I have to say that one of the greatest things that one of the major things that we on this show have been complaining about with WWE is proper storytelling. They did it well, even bringing Brock Lesnar in, because they got Braun out of the match, Sammy into the match, then Sammy out of the match, then Brock in. It was good over different show storytelling that happened. Then with Bayley, Bayley's been wanting to prove something. Bayley, ever since Sasha did what Sasha did backstage or whatever, and then she got put on SmackDown Live, she said it. I want to prove that I'm not just that hugger anymore. I want to prove that I am something to be reckoned with, that I'm going to come through and be a force for other people.
and she
Even
did
on
it-
Raw, she said those days are gone. I'm
Yeah.
not that person anymore.
Me SmackDown.
And
Yeah,
then,
SmackDown.
I'm not a hugger anymore.
Sorry, yeah.
And then her music starts, and it says, "I'm a
Right.
hugger."
They'll change that soon.
Oh, yeah.
Probably
No,
next
She said
year.
it's not about hugs. It's about winning
You guys
championships.
notice Zelina Vega doesn't have a last name anymore.
Yep,
That
it's just
happened last
Zelina.
night, too.
Really?
Just Zelina.
It's just Zelina now.
Well, you know,
I like Ali's tweet though.
Ali's tweet was amazing, where he put him and Andrade posted a gif of it, and he goes, "Battle for winner
Gets a full name.
So Bayley wins the Money in the Bank. She cashes it in that night. She becomes the brand new SmackDown Women's Champion.
I called that with the spot of the show where that match came up in the show.
When we were watching that, Nick, what were your thoughts on that?
It was a good match. It really was. I'm really I was okay with the whole everything that happened from top to bottom with the women's division. So I don't know. I'd still like to see Becky have both titles, but Bayley having it, you know, she has busted her ass, and overcoming all that. So yeah, man, rock and roll.
Did you think that was too early to pull the trigger on Becky losing the belt?
A little bit, because I would have liked, honestly, I would have liked to have seen her do
Actually
what they
won.
said nobody's ever done, and run the table, do 2 matches, defend them just once. That's all you got to do. I mean, you've already given her this much, might as well give her that too. I don't know, but it is what it is.
Joe, what was your perception when you saw that match and the following situations?
Well, I was kicking myself for my scorecard picks and not having the foresight to do that, because it was kind of obvious. Like, yeah, I really don't see Becky. I picked her to win both, but after I thought, I was like, I don't see her coming out of this with both, and she's gonna beat Lacey, and then Charlotte's gonna beat her probably by hook or by crook, probably by crook. But hindsight, being 2020 and Monday morning,
Quarterback,
armchair booking. That wasn't the case. And I picked Ember Moon to win the Women's Money in the Bank. And same thing, I was kicking myself when I did. I was like, of course it would be Bailey. Like, why didn't I pick Bailey?
Giant middle finger to Sasha. So that's my whole.
Then that's kind of what I was thinking too. I was
like,
like, are they doing Bailey like this to say fuck you to Sasha? Maybe just a little bit. Maybe. But whatever. And then that actually really caught me off.
Sasha sent out a tweet. It was like,
she's proud of her.
yeah,
whatever.
something like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're still friends, but and that definitely caught me off guard when Bailey cashed in on Charlotte. I didn't see that coming at all, and when it started to develop and she came out, I was like, no, she's not really gonna do this, is she? She's not really. I was like, oh shit, she's doing it, and I got excited, man. It was cool. Like I said, it was another one of those things that kind of popped me at this pay-per-view, and nothing really at Mania did, and nothing WWE wise has lately at all. So
Nothing at Mania popped you?
what should have, I guess.
So the Super Showdown's going to be better than WrestleMania for you,
Or equal to.
Kofi was cool, but that was more of like a
Emotional.
emotional, feel good, meaningful thing than like a pop. Like
Not even Seth? Seth taking it finally someone taking it off of Brock?
no, because no, just because that kind of needed to happen. And I like Seth, but I'm not like the biggest Seth fan. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to say is this pay-per-view actually entertained me more than pretty much anything WWE has in quite some time.
And I agree. This is one of their better pay-per-views that they've put on. Like overall, even
Like I know, like you guys are probably expecting me to, like, as I normally do, shit all over this. But when something's good, I got to give it credit. And some of the stuff on the show was very good.
which anybody will say, look, man, if you have a problem with Joe's fucking opinions, Joe's opinions are always honest no matter what. Whether he likes it or dislikes it, he will tell you exactly how it is. And that's why the fucking fans love you, dude. They love you. They fucking love
Thank you, fans. I love you too.
Z, you're watching this match. You're seeing Bailey cash in after winning. Was it after, like Joe said, hindsight being 2020, Monday morning quarterback, armchair booker, everything you thought should have happened, or did you wish someone else would have got that Money in the Bank and still be holding it now?
I wanted it to be Mandy, just so I could get points on my scorecard. But no, when Bailey won, like, yeah, it makes sense. I get it. And also, I had that thought, like, oh, there's the fuck you to Sasha, like Joe was saying. So yeah, I mean, it all made sense. And then when she cashed in later that night, I was a little surprised too, but I liked it. We'll see what happens, because my biggest issue with Bailey is she's trying to be this rough and tough character now, or at least like transition to like having a mean streak. But her as a person is just like too cute and like fuzzy. She's like a fucking stuffed animal. So it's hard to hate her.
That doesn't matter, though. I mean, like Kofi said, too, like, yeah, we like to have fun and, like, mess around and throw pancakes, but when it's time to go, it's time to go. And Bailey should have shown that, like, a long time ago.
Yeah, but Kofi shows you his war face and you get scared. Bailey shows you your war face and you're like, oh, it's a potato head. Hey.
All right, Shane.
I don't know. When she flipped on Sasha a while back, right before they started becoming friends again, I thought that was actually pretty brutal. She beat the fuck
you ain't shit.
Yeah.
She beat the fuck out of Sasha.
Yeah,
And
she
she
did.
literally said, you ain't shit on air.
Yeah. I think if she continues to, put her nose to the grindstone or whatever, and show a mean streak every week and drop the tickle butt, she can
Maybe she likes her butt.
she can reinvent herself. She can adapt, evolve.
Well, evolve or perish. That's what the Christians say. Smitty, you're watching this. What were your thoughts on Bailey winning, cashing in? Did you want to see her do this?
I wanted Bailey to win, but
You are the only one who picked her
Yeah.
on the scorecards.
It's like honestly, like two reasons. Like my first logical reasons, like I said, big middle finger to Sasha, whatever beef she's got with the company right now. Like what better way to get at her is like, oh, this person's with you. Let's give her everything you want.
That's true.
So, but also like I feel like Bailey's was one of the most underutilized, like pretty much one of the most underappreciated women on that roster to a
Also
certain
true.
degree. And she needs something. I just want it to be a legit run here, because especially like they're gonna actually give her a legit run after everything happened on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
So her cashing in, like I said, the cash in was what I really say. Yep, it's a middle finger here, because I figured they would have let the third winner, at least hold on to it for not as long as Carmella, but not another same night cash in like Alexa last year.
Fucking Carmella.
If it were me, I would have not even taken the belt off Becky at all. But if you are going to take the belt off Becky, to me, that was probably the
smartest way to do it.
The coolest way to do it.
We have always talked about how the members of the Four Horsewomen all had pretty significant firsts. Charlotte and Becky were both in the first ever women's main event for WrestleMania. Charlotte being one of the first. Charlotte and Sasha being the first main event, women's main event on a WWE pay-per-view. And Becky winning, obviously Charlotte winning, and things like that. First Hell in a Cell, Charlotte and Sasha. Becky didn't really have much. They tried the whole fucking first ever.
SmackDown.
Yes, Sasha and Bailey had the first women's Iron Man match, that match of the year contender on NXT.
On NXT, but like as far as like main roster stuff, like
But
the only
it's been
thing
Sasha
Bailey
and-
really got was a bullshit ass first ever WWE.
When they brought her up
women's
from
tag team
NXT, they fucked her up.
So Bailey kind of needed something, and with her winning that SmackDown title, she became the first ever female Grand Slam champion. She has the
NXT. Oh, sorry.
She has the
NXT.
the Raw, the women's, the tag, and for the women's belts. And I'm not talking NXT because
That makes her Triple Crown, not Grand Slam.
But she's
That's
that's all. It's Grand Slam because that's all the fucking women's belts.
Not
Triple-
necessarily
no.
because it's not. 'cause
A
of
Grand Slam
that.
is 4.
yeah. Grand Slam is far.
Right.
Triple Crown.
He's right.
Oh, then the money in the bank is the women thing can win is what they're considered for their titles.
If you
She's
wanna
the
go-
only woman to win it all
Yeah,
for
yeah.
in WWE. No one else has touched it.
Well, it's not technically a title, but it is an accomplishment.
Right, but and that's what I'm saying. So that's what they're calling. I would love to say
Because they consider the NXT women a Grand Slam. You can give her the Grand Slam.
I don't think they announced that though.
No, they call her Triple Crown.
They call her Triple Crown,
They,
but
they keep NXT separate.
They didn't call. No, they didn't say it. They said Grand Slam,
if they said Grand Slam, that means they are including the NXT Women's
but
Championship.
they didn't include the NXT Women's Championship when they said it. Like it was something on social media, and NXT wasn't involved because it was only talking main roster accomplishments.
We're talking main roster compliments. There's no such thing as a Grand Slam champion on the main roster for women.
You can argue it
Well,
all you
that's
want.
how they announced it.
So-
so guess what? The
So
rules
you're
change
wrong and they're
all the
right.
time. It's a white man's world. Get used to it. Change shit all the time.
Or that white ladies world, whatever.
They change shit all the. See how often they change their minds? Come on.
Smitty just likes to argue.
no,
I'm,
but I
I'm
was
starting
right.
to sense that.
I would love to say you're right, but when WWE announces it's something different, then you're just wrong.
Wrong again.
Because Shawn Michaels was a Triple Crown champion until he got his 4th belt, until he got the European.
Yeah, because they had just introduced the belt though. So by default, he was the Grand Slam or whatever.
Can we move on?
Yeah,
This is
please,
this is
please.
this
Another
is stupid.
sidecast from Smitty because
Crowd is all now dumber.
I just lost at least 3 or 4 IQ points in that whole exchange. I can't afford to lose him anymore.
You guys are baseball fans. How would you not know what a Triple Crown is? So, yeah, fuck it.
I just think
We're moving
whoever-
on. We
Yeah,
said
okay.
moving
Yep.
on. Moving the fuck on.
I just want you don't want to see if he just pipes in and tries to talk again.
We waited long enough. That's
Eat
too,
shit and die.
Well, guess what? Smitty's wrong again.
I think Smitty needs a shot.
Let's move on to Monday Night
shot in
Raw.
the mouth.
The reveal of a brand new title for WWE. Similar to how everyone was annoyed and angry when Brock Lesnar won the Money in the Bank briefcase, the moment Mick Foley revealed WWE's 24/7 championship, it was nothing but ugh. The belt is ugly as fucking shit. It's a concept that we know as something else.
It's like the same color as the
As
It
pimps.
looks
No,
like
no,
the
no.
old school Rams horn sign that
no,
said
it-
24/7
the
in green.
strap part of it is the same color as like
Saudi Arabia belt?
the belt that Hogan won off Iron Sheik back in '84.
and it will only fit a small child if you notice the belt size on that thing.
Well, that's who all
They
Vince
like literally went to Walmart and bought the $25 belt. Just made it green and
Ooh, sprayed it.
Yeah,
And with a
exactly.
circle that looks like
yeah,
a
and took
cock.
some colored pencils and came up with the logo real quick.
So Foley announces this belt, says, I'm going to lay this belt in the ring, and whoever can run out here and get this belt is your first ever 24/7 champion. And your first thought is, the fuck is this? So everyone fucking scrambles. Drake Maverick, EC3 makes a TV appearance you haven't seen in fucking weeks. Twice, actually, that night.
Ethan Carter III.
Twice that night because he even saw him
A lot
in
of
the back.
people that haven't been on TV in a while were on TV. this
Titus
week.
O'Neil becomes your first ever 24/7 champion, going hur, 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 hur on the ramp, and then boom, Robert Roode hits him, pins him 1, 2, 3, and your second ever 24/7 champion is Robert Roode, and then they proceed to have Benny Hill style chase downs happen a couple times in the back on just the third hour, because this was debuted at 10 o'clock.
Yep.
And Mick Foley said in his promo, this is going to be a third hour title defense. It's only going to happen in the third hour.
This is what's making the third hour
yeah,
of Raw more Raw.
No. After that, they changed the logo.
Yeah, the
they
way the
changed
logo, the
design,
lights
they
were,
changed
everything. Yeah, everything changed on Raw for the third hour. But so Mick Foley announces that you get all the Benny Hill stuff going in the back to the point where Robert Roode is being helped by R-Truth. He lets him hide in his trunk. Everyone leaves. Truth says, "Go ahead, get in the car, man. We'll just take you off." Fucking Rude opens the door. A ref comes out. Truth throws him into the car, pins him 1, 2, 3, drives the fuck off as your brand new third ever 24/7 champion title belt holder, and still currently the longest reigning WWE 24/7 champion.
I'm just
Now
proud of the
look,
first
we all know it's the hardcore title.
Yeah.
You can't call it the hardcore title in this era.
It's
You
a
can't.
it's a softcore title.
That's even worse to call because that's Skinamax.
It's the Skinamax title.
Showtime late night.
Yeah.
You can't say hardcore.
HBO After Dark.
Right.
We're gonna get hardcore on Raw.
Like Red Shoe Confessions or something. Red Shoe Diaries, whatever.
You can see like the
Cold and Confidential.
upper pussy area, but you can't see like the lips.
You can
No
see the bush,
penetration.
but
Right.
that's about it.
No penetration.
There you go.
Right, just a bunch of dry humping. So you can't call it the hardcore title. It still has the love of everything. Even moving to SmackDown, where Truth is being in disguise by Carmella, and she's running him around in a fucking blonde wig, and he comes out to the fucking ring, and it's
RuPaul would
announced
be
as
so
R-Truth.
proud.
Fucking, what's even better is then Corey and Tom Phillips after the match is like, how the fuck is he not even gonna think they called him out on TV that he's R-Truth? Of course they're gonna know he's here. Fucking Corey broke kayfabe. Yeah, this is exactly what was going on. Everyone's chasing around R-Truth, chasing around Robert Roode, and I have to say that officially this is one of the most entertaining things WWE has done in a long time because it's fun. it's not supposed to be something major and serious. You know, you take away the fucking, as Joe calls it, the tickle butt from other shit, because then look at, like we mentioned it earlier, those tag teams that were doing tickle butt dumb shit, all of a sudden went out and had a match where the crowd was chanting, "This is awesome."
Because that's how it was fucking booked.
Right, but even still, you're taking away some of this shit that you were trying to use for your entertainment value on the rest of the show and kind of confining it to this title, because that's all this title is fun. And
The jobber title.
I would love to say it's the jobber title.
It is.
It is the
But
jobber
it-
title. You'll have a bigger name hold it every now and then.
Yeah.
Just to make it not look like the jobber title.
I'll get sick of it
But
real
this
quick
is-
if there's dudes
but
running
this is
after each
your-
other every
This
week.
is your low end people that don't make the cut for TV
Well,
every week. It gives them
listen,
something to do.
As dumb as the title itself looks, and as much as I really wanted to fucking hate this thing and like say it was dumb,
It's only $500.
I got to
online.
admit, like every little segment that was involved with it fucking made me chuckle. I caught myself laughing. You know, it's like, well, if I'm laughing and I'm trying not to laugh, then that's probably a good thing. You know,
Right.
Also, Drake Maverick and Truth on social media since the titles inception.
Oh, did you guys catch when
Fucking
Foley was
gold.
walking in? Foley called Drake Maverick Spudster.
Yeah, go. Hey, Spudster.
That was great.
Yes, Smitty, that was another thing I was going to think. Because imagine the hardcore title back then, but with social media now. And all of this streaming stuff that they can put on their YouTube, that they can put on their Twitter, and their Facebook. This 24/7 title can literally be 24/7 rather than WWE.com exclusive. If you see this, we're going to show what happened on it on Raw, where fucking Spike Dudley or Crash Holly
got pinned in a hotel room.
Yeah, they did.
or in the
but you-
fucking the play place of McDonald's or something like
Yeah.
that, you know?
You also have a live show title that can actually switch hands. Like,
Yes.
can actually happen where, like, oh, I don't know who's going to win this match because there's not advertisements for something
They didn't have
else.
the platform to do what they can do nowadays. Back then, you know, they go on Facebook Live or something like that.
Yep.
You know, like also WWE's live now. 24/7's belts being, you know,
Right, they're just going somewhere. And then Foley said it himself. He said, this title is defended on Raw, on SmackDown, on NXT, on 205 Live.
NXT UK.
Yeah, every fucking show that WWE has, this title can be defended on. And that's crazy to me because it's something that floats through brands that, yeah, looks butt fuck ugly.
It's going to be a little tricky, though,
How?
because NXT and NXT UK are both taped.
Not if you're going to a takeover.
Okay, fair enough.
I agree that doing it
Ooh,
with
what if I take over 25? Somebody takes it.
it's very possible. You can see that.
That'd be interesting because that means that belt will be like a title. Oh,
If
well,
I had to
put it
bet
on.
money, I would bet that 24/7 title shows up on NXT 25. Takeover 25.
Why
Yeah.
not?
That's the if you're telling me that it's available, it
Yeah,
can be
because
defended
Dream
on
doesn't
NXT.
have a match
Prove it.
anymore because Dijak's hurt.
Is he?
Dreams, no, he's going against Breeze.
Tyler Breeze?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Breeze is
So
back on
this
NXT.
title,
I didn't finish it, though.
this title started off just like the sight of Brock Lesnar winning that Money in the Bank briefcase. Nothing but fucking groans. And then as you're watching it, like Joe said, you're fucking chuckling and laughing because they're putting some thought into this and they're having fun with it. And it's something WWE hasn't done in a very long time.
European 24/7 title.
Having fun on their television shows. Everything's always, it just seemed like, yeah, they try
So-
to insert fun.
It's so
but
robotic,
yeah,
so
you're just
formulaic.
like, yeah.
Everything's got to be perfectly fit in this Vince's WWE box. It's good to see him get away from that a little bit.
And it's one of the highlights of one of the greatest eras in wrestling, the Attitude Era. There was fun segments.
This
on Raw and
weird
SmackDown.
word that we don't use is spontaneity. You know,
Yeah.
like that's like so rare now in the WWE product.
Wait, another thing about the social media, like it's not just like Drake Maverick and Truth that are doing stuff. Like guys like Steve Carino have gotten in on it.
I saw that.
Like Steve Carino's got in. He's a trainer with NXT and right now, and then you got say
24/7
Bayley- say Bayley-
title ends up in the Battle Royal at AEW.
Bailey had fun with it. Bailey went on Instagram and did a video, and she was like, "You already got yours. Don't try to take mine." And she's like, "Just keep running in."
It's something that's going to be fun. But Nick, you said you'd get annoyed with it pretty quick if this happened all the time.
No, in the sense that all you ever see are 20 dudes chasing after one guy, like literally running around the building doing that. Then I'd be like, okay, this has got to fucking go. But what you guys are all saying gives the possibilities of this being something really cool. I mean, that it's endless. You know what I mean?
You know what else? Sorry.
Trying to be positive.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
You know what else it does? What we all enjoy but rarely get to see? It's a storyline that can weave its way in and out throughout, like, the beginning of a show to the end of a show without taking the show over.
Like SmackDown.
They can cut to it, cut away from it, do a match, do something, cut back to it, you know, and they can, keep going back to it throughout the entirety of the show. They used to do things like that all the time. You don't see that very much at all anymore, and this is something that can maybe get them back into doing that.
Ooh. Maybe Bailey could become a Grand Slam with the 24/7.
There's still not been very clear on if a woman can win it.
I thought
they said all superstars.
Weren't women chasing Carmella and Truth out of the building?
I didn't see that.
DeVille was.
Yeah, going after that title.
DeVille was. Because she was one of the first people that said. She was one of the first people to
on
mention.
SmackDown? Yeah.
Yeah. Sonya Deville was one of the first people to mention, like,
so I think the
all
women,
superstars.
And that's another door it could possibly open is intergender stuff.
Yeah, they kind of dropped the ball with that. They should have just continued that with Nia Jax after Rumble.
Discontinued or
Then
just
they should have continued that.
Oh. Well, Nia's injured though.
I know she's injured right now, but like they dropped the ball when after the Rumble.
Well, it's got to be the right situation. You just can't just throw just any guy in with any girl. It's got to be done right for it to be halfway believable.
Right. Cool. My pen just broke. At least I could fill stuff.
I'm done.
No, I'm good. So let's talk about one quick thing. What's up, Caleb? We're going to talk one quick thing, and then we're going to move on to our Pro Wrestling Scorecards picks for the Double or Nothing pay-per-view. The return of some... Huh?
Fodder.
Oh, God damn it. Everyone drink. He said fodder.
Hey, can I give a quick honorable mention to the Cesaro Ricochet match on Raw and Cesaro's new entrance music and stuff?
You just did.
Cool. It was a great match.
The return on SmackDown Live of Dolph Ziggler.
Who cares?
Should have been me.
Really?
Should have been me.
It's just
Should have been Z.
I really feel like this is one of those things that we're rehashing again. Like, you got nobody else right now. Who else is Kofi going to fight outside?
He's
this
just
wild card
there
rule?
because KO doesn't want to go to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
That's literally why he's there.
No, I understand that. But this didn't do anything for you? That promo? That beatdown of Kofi?
The beatdown
You
of
just
Kofi,
literally
don't get me
sat
wrong.
there and went like, who cares about this?
Say the beatdown of Kofi, I was like, Ziggler of all people? I really just don't like... WWE's made me not care about Ziggler at all. No matter what you do with him.
They've done that with a lot of their talent, though. So why are you picking him out?
He's one of the many, but...
Plus, you know you're going to get a really good match out of Kofi.
So,
Dolph Ziggler.
and then that promo, completely different from anything Ziggler said. No, it is. Here's why. Because all of Ziggler's stuff about it is like, I'm going to steal this. Now I don't care. Now, fuck the audience. I'm all about stealing the show. And then he was like, no, fuck the audience. The audience doesn't matter. This one, he comes out and literally says, I busted my ass for you. I did all of this stuff. He comes out and does the same thing I do, and he gets over. He jumps through all the hoops that I jumped through. Should have been me. That got your love, your admiration. That's all I want. That's why in Saudi Arabia, I'm going to face him because I'm going to be your WWE champion. You're going to love me. It should have been me. You're going to respect me. It should have been me. This is the first fucking time Dolph Ziggler has showed any type of emotion to where he has said he wants the fans to love him. Granted, pure heel. Pure fucking heel. But different. Completely different. Something that he's never said that I literally, after that promo, was like, holy fuck, Ziggler's back. Because I'm not sick of what he's saying. He's not saying the same shit. Even when he came back after months off before, it's like, Yeah, here we go. It's the same fucking Dolph Ziggler stuff. This is different, Dolph.
This is the same thing he did with Miz, but in a heel persona. Oh, but like I love this business so much that if I can't beat you, I'll put my career on the line. It's the same.
Isn't
emotion.
that when that happened? Isn't that like? Didn't we say kind of like this is the first thing Ziggler's done in forever that actually made us give a fuck about him?
Yeah.
And he won, and he got the title, and he kept going.
And then we no longer gave a fuck about it.
Because then he started becoming repetitive. But now he's saying things he's never said before.
And as long as he doesn't come out next week and say the same exact thing.
I didn't have to
That's-
hear
that's
his
Dolph
entrance
Ziggler.
music, so
What's that?
I didn't have to hear his entrance music.
A lot of times you don't. It depends what
Yeah.
week it is.
Nick,
You pick and
you
choose.
were just as surprised when Smitty said he didn't give a fuck.
Well, I mean, it was kind of out of nowhere for me, at least. I, don't dive too much into sheets to go that deep and be like, "Oh, Ziggler's coming
Yeah,
back."
I didn't see that one coming.
So I was like, "Wow, he's been around or away from for a while." So I mean, that part of it was cool. The beatdown was cool. I thought when he got back on stage and he was out there talking about his whole spiel, he almost sounded like he was going to cry a couple times, and I was kind of like, calm down a little bit, because he was doing something totally different even in his promo than he normally would. He wasn't overly cocky and look at me, look at me, look at me. While at the same time it was all about him, but it was more from his heart. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I was okay. I was fine with it. Overall.
All right. So let's move on. Double or Nothing this weekend. Our final scorecard for May. As it stands, Nick is in the lead with the points.
Oh my God.
I am fucking 30 points behind him, dead last. It's Nick, Joe, Z, Smitty, me.
What are the totals?
Yes. If I'm not mistaken, it was 105, 97, 95. You had 93?
Yep.
And then Smitty had 80, 85, and I had 77.
So top three,
Right? Or-
pretty close.
Yep.
The bottom.
Man, I'm hoping I
Not so
blow you
much.
guys out of the water. like that.
Going into a scorecard, I know nothing.
Yeah,
about.
this is gonna fucking break.
I know a
my
little
shit.
bit.
Y'all about to get fucked up.
Normally I'd be celebrating with a title, right? That'd be my first championship, but
If it was just one,
right now I'm
scorecard.
like, fuck.
It works like that sometimes. Sometimes
Joey
you think
Mini
you're
Belt's
gonna
gonna turn you into Nikki No Belts.
What members of Strong Hearts are in this match with SCU?
What?
They're the
No, which members are in the match? for SCU?
Shima and
the
Shima.
Lindemann guy,
Yeah, Lindemann.
CIMA,
Shima.
and the other one that's not on there.
So you saying Lindemann?
The top one. And T-Hawk. T-Hawk. I can say
Thunderhawk.
Ah, Thunderhawk.
Seahawk.
How could we forget about Thunderhawk?
Thunderhawk.
should I
So
not have
again,
him
ladies
raising
and
the
gentlemen,
pen?
you can go to ProWrestlingScorecards.com, get your own Double or Nothing scorecard. If you put it on social media, you can win a Pro Wrestling Scorecard prize pack. Just tag Pro Wrestling Scorecards at PW Scorecards. Use the hashtags StarCast and hashtag AEWDON, and you can be in line for a prize. Doesn't matter where you are. Even if you're from the Broadcast Podcast in Australia, you can win a Pro Wrestling Scorecard prize pack. Daniel said he'll eat your shipping. And he will send it the fuck on to wherever you are. So, let's get this going. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 matches for Double or Nothing. Which is weird because Sean Spears is there.
Per tension.
Hey, what's up? So, we're going to start off with the Casino Battle Royal. The Casino Battle Royal has quite a few announcements to this match right now.
You guys see any of the card draws they did on Twitter for when they were announcing guys like Sean Spears and some in the Glacier?
Yeah.
Sean Spears, Glacier.
So here's the confirmed entrants to the Casino Battle Royal. Brandon Cutler, Glacier, Sonny Kiss, Ace Romero, Sunny Days, Brian Pillman Jr., MJF, Joey Janela, Dustin Thomas, Billy Gunn, Jimmy Havoc, Michael Nakazawa, Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, Isaiah Cassidy, Mark Ken, Sean Spears, formerly known as Ty Dillinger in the WWE. But on the newest episode of Nightmare Family, they announced a huge stipulation for this match. The winner of this match and the winner of Jericho and Omega will go on to face each other to become the first ever AEW heavyweight champion.
See, I thought I must have heard differently or misunderstood or heard incorrect. I thought it was the winner of the Battle Royale faces the winner. Like I thought they made the Jericho Kenny match a title match since Pac dropped out. I must be wrong about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Those two winners.
'Cause I thought they.
Now, I don't know if that means that match is happening that night.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I think it's going to be in a future.
They've got
probably
a bunch of future
their
events
next-
planned.
Their Jacksonville one
yeah.
in like June
Fight
or
for
something.
the Fallen or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. So, again, your match entrants are Brandon Cutler. Thanks, Broadcast. Appreciate you for that. Brandon Cutler, Glacier, Sonny Kiss, Ace Romero, Sunny Days, Brian Pillman Jr., MJF, Joey Janela, Dustin Thomas, Billy Gunn, Jimmy Havoc, Michael Nakazawa, Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, Isaiah Cassidy, Mark Ken, Sean Spears. We're going to go around, obviously, because I'm still your current fucking Ring Crew champion, baby!
Boo.
Goddamn midget stripper. I will be going last. Casino Battle Royal will be Nick's first pick, and then we'll, of course, go around as usual. Nick,
Do me a favor, start that list again. Who did? No, I'm just kidding.
Brandon Cutler, Glacier.
just kidding, but you really did want it, didn't you?
No.
Okay.
No. Jungle Boy. Let's go with Jungle Boy.
Okay.
That is Luke Perry's son.
Yep.
90210, he did.
First eliminated. Fuck, man. You gotta start with somebody else because I'm just kind of like.
I'll go. I got it.
All right, Z.
I got this. All right, so I got Joe Janela winning. Billy Gunn will be the first one eliminated. MJF will be the last one eliminated. Jungle Boy will have the most eliminations, and number one or the 21st entrant will be John Moxley.
All right.
Wow.
Nick, you feeling positive?
No, do one more.
Smitty. Who do you got for the Casino Battle Royal?
Also have Joey Janela winning. First eliminated Billy Gunn. Last eliminated.
Stop cheating.
No, so last eliminated. I keep switching it, but I got Sean Spears with the most eliminations, and I got Jungle Boy as the last entrant,
You only get one, Spitty.
and last eliminated. I said it.
Wait. Entrant 21, you have Jungle Boy?
Unless he's starting.
No.
Already announced, yeah.
No. Jungle Boy, entrant 21, there's already been 20 people announced.
Oh.
This is a surprise entrant.
Okay, see,
That's fine. He didn't know.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, this is a surprise entrant.
Yeah.
surprise entrant for 21.
That's why Z said Moxley, a.k.a. Dean motherfucker Ambrose.
Bully Ray.
Possible. He was in the last one.
That wasn't AEW. Bully
But-
Ray's signed to ROH.
He's completely sound. He's sound exclusive to RH or no?
No.
That I don't know. And even if he's not, I'm not sure that AEW has a working relationship with ROH.
All right. What you thinking there, Joe? Or Nick, do you think you can handle this?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
I got Jungle Boy winning. First eliminated is going to be Billy Gunn. Sorry. Last eliminated, Joey Janela. Most eliminations, Glacier, and I'm gonna also take the John Moxley pick.
Oh, okay. Daniel actually corrected me. Entrant 21 is the person who draws the Joker card, so it could be one of the announced competitors. Most likely.
I'm going back to my original pick.
Fuck.
My thought process is it's not going to be a person that's announced. At least me, the way I'm thinking it. Because if you want
Yeah,
the
but
last
also I had to think outside the box because this whole scorecard, I'm going, nope, that's what WWE would do. So no, I can't do that.
Nick, are you going to stick with what you got?
Yeah, for now. I may change it.
I'm gonna burn in flames on this scorecard regardless.
Yeah,
So I'm just
seriously.
gonna stick with whatever I got written down.
Smitty, what are you erasing and putting on?
My 30th entrant.
21st entrant?
21st.
Man.
You're missing 9 in there.
I'm going to go with Brian Pillman Jr.
Sean Spears picked a diamond, so it's definitely not him coming in 21.
Did you know this match starts with 5 people in the ring?
No?
It does.
Yeah, 5 and then 5 are added every 3 minutes.
Yeah, I got Brian Pillman Jr. Coming in last. And last eliminated, I'm going to go ahead and say Glacier just because I think they may want an old head. Was one of your last people. Kind of pass the torch to a new
What an
company.
old head. All right.
Glacier isn't a pass the torch kind of guy.
Joe, what you got?
I also got Joey Janela winning this thing. I got Glacier being first eliminated. Last eliminated, I got MJF. Most eliminations, I got Luchasaurus. And entrant 21, I also have MJF.
As the final person in?
Yes.
All right. So I will say that when this thing first was announced, I was just thinking something like the All-In Battle Royal. You know, nothing major attached to it. But because now that something big is attached to this and it's going to put you in to a AEW Heavyweight Championship match, it completely switched around my thought process on the winners. I don't think Ambrose is showing up. I really don't.
Me either.
I think he's still on his 90-day no-compete clause, possibly.
He's got to be. This man's not that stupid.
CM
He's
Punk?
crazy, but he's not stupid.
CM Punk was a thought of mine, but I just, man.
Was that really him under the hood showing up to
No.
those indie events? Well,
It was just some dude that ran in the ring and gave somebody a go to sleep. For all you know, it could have been fucking Hideo Itami.
all right. I was just wondering.
All right, you know what? I'm going to change my 21. Put Sean Spears. I know you said that he pulled a diamond, but he also is also a 10.
Oh, he's coming in at 10.
He's coming in at 10, dude.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's he
That's
he
the
can't.
whole.
This is gimmick.
Well, don't act like they've never changed gimmicks going from, one thing to
I know,
another.
So-
but
Yeah, but that's,
My winner-
that's over, and that's what works for
Yeah.
him.
My winner is going to be Hangman Adam Page.
see, this shows how naive
Wait a
I am
minute.
to wrestling outside of WWE. I
He's
mean,
not facing Pac. That match is
Kenta.
done.
But I've heard that they
He's got
have
a surprise opponent. It's supposed to be Kenta.
maybe that could be Moxley. I heard they've got. I mean, this obviously they're hyping shit up because they have to, but they said that this new opponent for Page is gonna like even blow Pac out of the water. It's knock your socks off. It's gonna be an awesome match.
From what I heard, it's supposed to be Hideo Itami.
Really,
Yeah, it's supposed to be Kenta.
that would be good.
See, I just feel like.
Kenta got a raw deal in WWE. I mean, he got injured too, but still.
Yeah, I think the
lot. He
injuries
got
killed him
injured a
more.
lot.
But see, I don't know, man. The reason I think Page is going to do it is for the simple fact that it's for the big title. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you win this, you're going for the AEW Heavyweight Championship.
All right, yeah, make that pick and continue to go on your lowest point trend.
I don't like you right now.
Nobody
Fine.
does. Nobody does.
Act-
I'm used to it.
I love you. Okay, fine.
Welcome to the club.
No, you're different. Everyone.
They've been trying to kill my people for thousands of years. I'm used to it.
Smitty, they didn't try to kill your people. They just wanted
No, we
to work
don't.
for
Yeah,
us.
for
They,
free.
they just wanted you to work for them.
for
Yeah,
free.
yeah. Work for free. That's
They just want a free labor.
Right.
silly goose.
Cheap labor. They still had to feed and house you,
Right.
Oh yeah, we didn't want to. They don't want us to die on the
Right.
job.
They have to feed you just enough to keep you alive.
All right, fine. I'm switching my pick. MJF to win.
Damn it! I wasn't
Yeah, whatever.
trying to talk you out of making a
fuck you.
stupid
You already-
pick.
you already-
He goes from picking like a 65 to 1 odds to like the guy who's got like 7 to 5 odds.
Right. I just fucked myself and all that.
Fine. First eliminated. Joe
Janela.
God no. Why- What a weird. You know what? Yeah, Janela. First, because that fucking guy's gimmick is fucked up right now. Last eliminated. I have Jungle Boy. Most eliminations, I'll give it to. Yeah. Fucking Glacier. And then Entrant 21. I will also say MJF. Yeah, that's my picks. So, Nick, you can start this next one. Kip Sabian versus Sammy Guevara in the final match for the buy-in.
Guevara.
Sorry, Guevara.
I picked Sammy Guevara. Pin and 9 aerial moves.
All right, Z.
I picked Samuel as well by pinfall with 15 aerial moves.
All right, Smitty.
I forgot Sammy winning by pinfall.
Are you Mike Tyson all of a sudden?
No, he's Sammy.
It kind of sounds like Dusty.
It goes like, baby, I got old Sammy Guevara winning by pinfall with 12 aerial moves.
He's doing it as Dusty.
Yeah, well, you're not him.
Yo,
Your hair is, but you're not
Yo, Dusty.
Maybe
is,
Sapphire, but not Dusty.
Yo, Dusty is rusty.
him. Joe.
I got Sammy Guevara winning by pinfall with 11 aerial maneuvers.
All right, I have Sammy by pinfall with 9 aerial movers. Up next, Aja Kong, Yuka Sakazaki, Emi Sakura versus Hikaru Shida, Ryo Abe, and Ryo Mizunami. Smitty, you're going to be kicking this one off. 4 who's going to win, and 3 extras. Who makes the fall, who takes the fall, and the match time, plus or minus 1 for the minute.
I shot in the dark on this one, so I went with Kong, Sakazaki, and Sakura winning. Kong fins Abe in 15 minutes.
All right, Joe.
You looking at my sheet, dog?
No, I'm already filled out besides one match.
All right. I just named the top team is Team 1, the bottom team is Team 2. So I picked Team 1 to win.
The Kong team.
Right.
Okay.
I pick Aja Kong to make the fall because she's the only one I've heard of. I pick Ryo Abe, whatever, to take the fall because her name had the least amount of letters to write. And I picked 18 minutes for the match time.
All right. All right, Nick.
I've got Team Aja Kong. Making the fall will be Kong. Taking the fall will be Shida. I don't really have any explanation for that.
Why would you?
And then
dark like me.
match time 13 minutes.
All right, Z.
I picked Team 2.
So Hikaru Shida's team.
Rebel over here.
with
Team 2, Shida.
Shida makes the fall. Kong takes the fall. 15 minutes.
You just picked the first 2 top names up there.
I have Kong's team. Kong making the fall. Mizunami taking the fall. 13 minutes. Up next, we're going to talk about the AAA Tag Team Championship match.
Shows a difference in our work ethics. You picked the longest name to write, and I picked the shortest. It's pretty reflective of life as well.
Young Bucks defending the AAA Tag Team Championship against the most popular lucha tag team in the world, the Lucha Bros. Got 3 extras. Who makes the fall, who takes the fall, and how many super kicks in the match, plus or minus 1. Joe, give it to me.
All right, I got the Lucha Brothers winning this one. I got Pentagon pinning Matt Jackson with 11 super kicks.
Fuck you, Joe.
Nick.
I've got the Lucha Brothers winning with Pentagon pinning Nick. Just kind of makes sense. 6 super kicks.
You never want to win.
Nope, I wouldn't. Nope.
All right, Z.
Lucha Brothers, Pentagon, Matt, 11. Fuck her.
I actually went Lucha Bros Pentagon.
I had my
match.
card completely filled out before the show even started. Eat a dick.
So I have Lucha Bros Pentagon, pinning Matt, and I have 15 super kicks. Both of those fuckers throw those bitches around like candy.
My bad.
I missed
have
Steve
seven.
Carino's
I have seven.
super kick counter.
7 super kicks.
7 super kicks. That's what I've written down.
I have Lucha Bros, but I have Phoenix making the fall. Matt taking the fall, and 14
I might have written that, but I couldn't remember his name at the time when I filled it.
super kicks. Up next, Britt Baker, Nyla Rose, and Kylie Ray facing off in a triple threat women's match. 3 extras, fall type. Who takes the fall, and will there be outside interference? Yes or no? Nick, you're kicking this one off.
I've got Britt Baker. It's going to be a pin. She's going to pin Kylie Ray, and there will not be outside interference because I just don't know any better.
Joe's leaving. You gotta hurry up. Z.
I got Britt Baker. By pinfall, she'll be pinning Kylie Ray, and for some reasons, as Nick, I put no because I don't know any better.
Smitty.
I got Adam Cole's girl, Britt Baker. Winning by pinfall. She's gonna pin Nyla Rose.
All right.
And no interference.
No interference. Joe.
I got Britt Baker winning by pinfall, pinning Kylie Ray with no interference.
I have Nyla Rose winning by pinfall, pinning Kylie Ray. Yes to outside interference, just because, hey, why not? I'm trying to get people over.
I think they, politically speaking, I think it's going to raise eyebrows if they have a transgender person win the first female match. And it's also going to raise eyebrows if she got pinned. That's why I picked Britt Baker to pin Kylie Ray. I think it's enough to have Nyla in the match.
Oh, wait, time out. The other one's like a guy that's now a girl?
Yeah, Nyla Rose.
I want that one.
Damn, you got me wanting to pick
No,
switch to
I
Kylie Ray
do.
taking the fall. Because that's good logic.
All right, this is a quick run. Z, make your picks.
I'll stick with my original I wrote down.
Smitty?
Yeah, I'm switching to Kylie Ray for taking the fall.
Okay. Up next, Adam Page versus To Be Determined. Who is the winner? How many near falls, plus or minus 1? And match time, plus or minus 1. Z?
Page, 4 near falls, 21 minutes.
All right. Smitty?
Page, 8 near falls, 23 minutes.
All right. Joe?
Page 7 near falls, 22 minutes.
All right.
We're all in the same ballpark.
Nick?
Page 4 near falls, and I did have 17, but I'm going to bump it up to 20 minutes.
All right. I have whoever his opponent is winning. 6 near falls.
Typical Mikey pick.
6 near falls.
DQ.
You're right.
No DQ here. I can't do it. And only 14-minute match time. Up next, SCU versus the Strong Hearts. Remember, the Strong Hearts, excuse me, are Seema, T-Hawk, Thunderhawk, and El Lindaman. You know, whatever.
Great chocolate, right?
Wonderful. Yeah. Some delicious. When you get the winner, 3 extras. Who makes the fall? Who takes the fall? And will there be a pre-match SCU promo? Yes or no? Smitty, kick this one off.
I got the Strong Hearts winning. Seema pinning Scorpio Sky. Yes to a SCU promo before the match.
All right. Joe.
SCU is going to lose. I just like saying that. Strongheart's going to win. Shima is going to pin the Almighty One, Christopher
Bobby
Daniels.
Lashley?
No, the original Almighty One, Christopher Daniels, and yes to the SCU pre-match promo.
This is the worst town I've ever been in.
Nick.
Totally.
I've got Strong Hearts, Lindemann pinning Scorpio, and yes to a promo.
Z.
Strong Hearts with Lindemann pinning Kazarian. Yes to a promo.
All right. I have the Strong Hearts winning. Shima pinning Kazarian. Yes to a promo as well. Up next, Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega. This match determines who is the other number one contender for the AEW Championship. And they will be facing the winner of the Casino Battle Royal. Near falls, +or-1. Match time, +or-1. Fight before match, yes or no. And will there be blood? Joe, you're kicking this one off.
All right. I've actually got Jericho winning this one. 7 near falls. 33-minute match time. I think this is going to be a war. No, they're not going to fight before the match, and yes, someone's going to bleed. I don't think an excessive amount, but I think someone's probably going to get nicked, like, for real.
The random, little nose.
Yeah, someone's going to get hard weighed.
All right, Nick.
I've got Omega winning with 7 near falls and 26-minute match. No fight and yes to blood. At first, I wanted to say no to blood, but I'm used to WWE being pussies. So,
Damn right you are.
Kenny, 10 near falls, 30-minute match time. There will not be a fight, and yes, there will be blood.
there will be blood.
There will be blood.
Smitty.
I got Chris Jericho winning because I believe this is only their second or third encounter.
Second.
Second encounter, yeah. So Jericho winning.
If they want to have another encounter, Jericho's got to win this one.
Yeah, so Jericho, 10 near falls, 35 minutes. Fight before the match, no. Blood, yay. Yes.
You're thinking just like me.
All right. I have Jericho winning as well. 4 near falls, 27-minute match time. Fight before? Yep. Will there be blood? Yep.
All right, hold on. The only thing I'm changing on mine is just Jericho to winning.
Fuck you guys.
Why, man? You might get that extra 5 points.
What I
That's
originally
true.
No, it's what I originally thought, so I gotta go with it.
That's a good original
they're
thought.
gonna
Look,
have
it's
a-
going to be a 2 out of 3 or a 4 out of 7 or something, and Kenny's going to get the win, but Jericho's got to win at least one.
Yeah, and to have Kenny win the title off of Jericho in their next match would be better anyway.
You're right.
Up next, Cody versus Dustin. Rhodes versus Rhodes. Runnels versus Runnels. Who is going to
No
win?
last name versus no last name.
Who is going to win? Fall type, near falls, +or-1. Match time, +or-1. And will there be interference? Yes or no? Remember, if Cody wins, Dustin Runnels retires from wrestling.
Yep. Oh.
Nick, you're kicking this one off. Ooh, that sounds like indigestion.
For whatever
They
reason,
spell
I
that
wrote-
relief, ROLAIDS.
I got Cody by pin.
Ooh.
There you go. Scribble out that, Dustin.
I know that was making sure the pen was working.
Yeah.
I like your style.
6 near falls, 17-minute match, and no to interference.
Z.
Cody, by pinfall, 12 near falls, 45-minute match. No to interference.
No way.
All right, Smitty.
You smoking crack, Z. But I'm switching over to Cody because I didn't know the stipulation here.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
So I got Cody winning by
45-minute
pinfall,
match.
8 near falls, 22-minute match. Yes, to interference. It was
Joe.
going to be a family affair. Brandy's coming out somewhere.
Joe.
Fuck, man. I had a trend going here, and I was going to say, explain my trend. And I'm just going to fucking keep my trend because I'm not going to be like the rest of you assholes and change my Dustin pick to Cody. I'm keeping fucking Dustin. And part of that trend is I picked, like you're complaining about All In, was all the EVPs winning their matches.
Oh, I didn't pick a single one.
I
of them.
picked every EVP to lose on this card. And I'm going to keep that trend, and I'm picking Dustin to win. Wow,
so did I.
By pinfall, 11 near falls, 24-minute match, and no to the interference.
So my original theory was something like that. I thought it was going to split the wins and losses this one.
No, I picked them up because I know that they're thinking they got a lot of criticism that,
Just from me. They're doing this for
of
me.
the same
everybody. And I'm going to
nature.
be there
Yeah.
so I can bitch while I'm there.
They got criticized by Mikey so much. They were like, dude, we can't, none of us
He's
can
right.
win. None of us can win at this show.
Yeah, Jericho, liked his tweet or whatever, and then was like, "Hey guys, we got to switch this shit up." All right,
Like, he's
Mikey's
making
on
a
it.
point.
Because Kenny's off is so Jericho's got to win. Bucks are office, the Lucha Brothers got to win.
Yeah.
Cody's office, Dustin's got to win.
But you got Paige.
That's the
Well, Paige
only
not
one
even.
where
Paige is not
Not even-
office.
Yeah, he's not office.
Yeah, but Cody doesn't have to win.
I have Cody losing to Dustin Rhodes by pinfall.
Schnoogans.
9 near falls. I have this one going 22 minutes and yes to interference, and that's why he wins.
You say DQ?
No.
Oh.
I said interference is why he wins.
Oh.
There's no
Why Dustin wins?
why Dustin wins.
Who's going to interfere?
Oh, I could totally see Brandy fucking up.
Oh, it's just going to be Brandy, but
Yeah.
fucking up?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I put Dusty to interfere, and I can argue it.
Like Ghost of Dusty Rhodes. The ghost of Dusty Rhodes.
All of a sudden, Cody on the ground. What the fuck? I just
Yeah,
felt
'cause-
like someone hit me with a bionic elbow.
Because
Like-
when Dustin's making his post-match victory speech, he can say that his father Dusty was in his corner,
that would be hilarious.
and he can say that Dusty was here tonight,
Could you imagine if
and
fucking,
he was there. So
if fucking Cody
the yes
just
would count.
randomly just starts going, and then boom to the top, like he
He's
just
got the
caught
bionic elbow.
Yes, Flawhouse out.
All right, final match: Best Friends versus Angelico.
Your
and Jack
main event.
Evans. Yeah, my main event. That's
No,
just,
the pay-per-view's main event. No, not really. Just kidding.
it's very possible.
No, it's not.
No, it's not at all. Winner: who makes the fall? Who takes the fall? Z, kick it off.
I got Angelico and Jack Evans.
It's Angelico.
Well,
It's a G. You say Joe. This is America. I pressed 1.
He's Triple A talent. It's Angelico. He used to be.
I have Jack making the fall, so I
Lucha
don't have to
Underground.
write that other name again. And I have who takes the fall? Best friend number 1. Because I don't know.
It's Chucky T and Beretta.
Because I don't know who the best friends are.
Chucky T or Beretta.
Oh, then hold on. Then I want Chuck Taylor and Beretta winning. Sorry, I didn't know they were called the best friends.
You suck as a fan.
Not a fan yet. Weekly television show, then I'll be a fan.
Yeah, right now they were just a T-shirt company until last week.
But they've been in Ring of Honor in New Japan for years.
Yeah, you piece of shit.
Yeah, you piece of shit.
POS.
So I have Chucky T making the fall. And best friend number 1 is not taking the fall. and Yaho.
Angelico.
Bless you.
Yo.
Thank you.
Gesundheit. Joe knew exactly what you said. He was like, "Hein."
I am. Sorry, that was probably offensive to people's ears.
Smitty.
I also had the best friends winning, but I have Beretta, Penn, and Jack Evans.
Oh, weird. Thought you would have wanted to say that name again.
Angelico?
No.
Joe.
Same as Smitty. Best friends, Beretta, Penn, and Jack Evans.
All right, Nick.
Best friends. Taylor Pinning Evans.
Sidecast and a Ring of Honor show a long, long time ago at the State Fairgrounds, which is now closed. I smoked weed with Jack Evans. It was cool. Just letting you know that.
I also have the best friends winning. Chucky T.
Don't bell that. That was cool.
It was cool.
Were you doing the knockouts and 3 counts bell? Like I was there.
Maybe a little bit. Yeah, like a little name drop.
That's
but
their show.
Chucky
Not
T
our show.
pinning. Joe know what I said.
What was it?
Joe understood it. I
He
was,
said it in Hebrew.
yeah. That's right. I'm very Jewish. Who do you think brews the coffee in the morning? He.
That's why Mikey.
That sound like cockmouth. to
That's
me.
why we send. Mikey collects all the bills.
Money bags.
Give me your motherfucking money. All right, so that's it, man. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. If you are out at StarCast this weekend, if you're at Double or Nothing, you can find pro wrestling scorecards at the StarCast booths. Get your own pro wrestling scorecard. You can put it on your social media. Tag #StarCast, #AEWDON, and you can possibly win one of 3 prize packs. However, you won't because the Ring Crew's playing, and we're going to beat everybody. That's what we do.
Hey, you know what we didn't do?
Poop?
Weigh in.
Oh,
Not
we're-
yet.
We're doing post show.
That's post-show, dog.
That's going on our Patreon.
Yeah.
We're making people that
Okay.
don't watch longer.
Duh.
That's like exclusive content for our
We are
VIP
so
members.
exclusive.
$49.99, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
Per minute.
Okay. It's a good
Thanks
deal.
for
It's a
your
good deal.
subscription
It's a
service,
good deal.
folks. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure if you're out at Double or Nothing, if you are out, whoever just showed up and gave us hearts out of nowhere, appreciate that.
Love you.
Appreciate you.
If you're out in Vegas for Double or
you
Nothing,
hot?
come on and say hi. What?
Stop asking dumb questions. You know we're high.
Why do you ask questions to which you already know the answers?
Are you drunk?
No.
Cool.
Explains
Very
a lot.
proud of you.
I can
you-
vouch.
are
He's
you,
actually
though?
not. He's really not. For once.
All right. Come out and see us. Make sure you guys are following us on all of our social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, because if you're paying attention, we have the show everywhere, streaming everywhere. Facebook, Periscope, and Twitter, and YouTube. Instagram is like we're around, so you can come say hi. Snapchat, BDRcast, all that stuff. YouTube.com/Breaking Down the Ring. Make sure you subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts. Hit a subscribe button on the YouTube. We want to see your faces, man. Leave us a fucking comment.
Better
Say
write
hi.
this shit down.
All that shit. BDR Cast, Breaking Down the Ring. Fucking find us. We are the greatest stable in professional wrestling show history. We are your ring crew.
Yep.
Smitty.
The real SMIT.
The whole fucking Joe.
And me, you're all Mikey one, the Mikey himself. The Mikey himself. I didn't even say the champion this time, midget stripper.
Don't matter.
We are out.